This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And good morning, everyone. I'm Dwayne Matz. Welcome along to another Primetime Devo as we continue to look at these qualifications for those who would serve as pastors as found in 1 Timothy. We're in chapter 3, looking at the first part of verse 4, which says that a pastor or a bishop must be one who rules his own house well, having his children in submission with all reverence. 1 Timothy 3:4. Well, God bless those PKs, those preachers' kids. They truly are a special breed of children. I mean, they didn't choose their lot in life, but because they are pastors' children, they must live in a fishbowl. And they face intense pressure to toe the line. After all, if the pastor can't keep his children from misbehaving, how in the world can he pastor a church? Why, his very calling could be at stake. He could lose his livelihood simply because his children are unruly. No wonder some PKs turn to rebellious ways. I mean, that's what happens when law is overemphasized and legalism rules. This phenomena is addressed by the Apostle Paul in Romans 7:5, beginning at verse 5, when he says, "For when we were in the flesh, the sinful passions which were aroused by the law were at work in our members to bear fruit to death." And then in Romans 7:8, "But sin, taking opportunity by the commandment, produced in me all manner of evil desire." Sin, prodded on by the commandments, produced this evil desire. And this truth is magnified in the fishbowl in which the children of pastors live. And it's an area in which the evil one will often focus his attention in an attempt to silence the messengers of God. A PK gets in trouble with the law, or maybe an unplanned pregnancy occurs, and the pastor feels that he must step down, or the congregation will demand it. This is all so wrong. And please, church, pastor, children, don't fall for it. Ruling one's house well has nothing to do with raising spotless children, just as pastoring a church has nothing to do with raising spotless sheep. No, 1,000 times no. Sin will come. Or are you one who has reached perfection? Ruling one's house well and ruling the congregation well is not about making sure everyone behaves. No, it's what you do when misbehavior shows up. And it will. How you handle sin in the family will demonstrate that you know how to handle it in the church family as well. Oh yes, you teach your children and your congregation the difference between right and wrong. But when they slip up, you lovingly confront them, and if necessary, discipline them with the ultimate goal of restoration. And sometimes these require tough decisions on the part of all involved, but decisions that the leader of the flock and the leader of the family must be willing to make. Yes, the ruling of one's family is a great proving ground for one who would rule a flock. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening. May God bless you. And remember, Jesus loves you. Tell your face about it.